everyone. This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil, and you are listening to WNS.
You're listening to the official Wrestling News Source podcast. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com or check us out on Facebook by searching WrestlingNewsSource.com or WNS Podcast. You can also find us on YouTube, Twitter, Stitcher, and iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast or WNS Podcast. Now being broadcast in over 45 different countries, here are your hosts, Daniel Herron, Tyler Abear, and Doug.
That's right. What's up, everyone? I am Daniel Herron.
Fucking bullshit. I am Tyler Abear.
Ryan.
Right off the bat. All right. And we welcome you to episode 251 of the official podcast for WrestlingNewsSource.com. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com. Check us out on Facebook, WrestlingNewsSource.com. You can find us on Facebook, WNS Podcast, on YouTube, WNS Video, and on iTunes, Wrestling News Source Podcast.
Sorry to throw the profanity out at the beginning.
Yeah.
I just wanted to curse just because.
We just got done doing the radio show.
Yeah.
You can't curse on there, and it's all sad. But now you can, and it's all fine and dandy. And for the people who are listening to us for the very first time, they're just going to get an earful of curse words and expletives, and they're going to be like, no, I'm done with this show. Forget that.
Oh, well.
So.
Well, I mean.
We need new listeners, right?
I mean, we do need new listeners.
We don't need an audience.
I'm sorry. If you
I see those numbers. We get people listening to the show.
You want to follow us on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, and Player.fm, just search Wrestling News Source Podcast to find us.
There you go. You can also follow us on Twitter. You can follow the main stuff at WNS Podcast. You can follow me at WNS_Daniel. You can follow Tyler at Tyler_Abear. You can follow Ryan at King Scorpio 11. Yeah, there you go. So welcome to the show. Got lots to talk about. Lots of feedback this week. We're going to talk about Raw. We're going to give you our Survivor Series predictions as well. What? What are you mouthing? I can't. What?
Serious note.
A serious note. Yes. Well, I'm too energetic right now for that right now. We will get to that.
Okay.
So,
how you doing, Daniel?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. Like I said, I'm energetic.
Yeah.
And
you want to go home and play video games?
No, I'm ready to go home and get in bed.
Eat pizza?
Curl up next to my fiance.
I want pizza.
Rub it on her leg or something.
Rub pizza on her leg?
No. What is with the pizza? No pizza. Although there is a pizza in the freezer, so maybe.
Why would you rub pizza on her leg?
Well, I mean, if she wanted pizza rubbed on her leg,
cold or hot?
Who am I to,
Okay, babe. I'll be
keep
right
her
back.
from happiness. That's whatever she wants to do, I guess. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm good. Feeling really energetic right now. I don't know why. Maybe it's good vibes. Good vibes going on.
Good vibes.
Yeah.
We're a vibe cubicle.
Just throw something my way, That's more of a mime kind of thing. Like, where
are my tits? Are they in the can? Sorry.
Calm your tits, lady. Calm your tits.
No. So welcome to the show.
Sorry for the randomness.
Yeah, we do have quite a bit to talk about. Ryan, thank you very much for stepping in for Doug this week, who unfortunately can't be here due to work. So how have you been?
Doing good, man.
Yeah?
Doing good. Oh, yeah.
Hanging in there?
Hanging in there,
Ready for WrestleMania?
Oh, more than ready.
Yeah, you're going to be front and center.
Yes, sir.
That's going to be awesome. I envy you.
Thank you, man.
It's going to be.
I don't want to envy you, but thank you.
I'll be sitting on the couch going, there he is!
There he is.
That's Ryan! Hold up the sign! Hold up the sign!
Yeah.
There it is!
We're going to be also taking our bets and stuff,
Yeah.
but also we should take bets of which sign Ryan's going to have.
Well, if he tells us, then there's
he can tell us, and we can pick which sign's going to.
Yeah, at what time?
Oh, that'd be a good tiebreaker. Like if you bring multiple signs, you'd be like, all right, for this match, which sign is he going to hold up?
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I was so close.
Well, was the last 2 years or was it 2 years?
Yeah.
Richard's been winning it.
Yeah. That's because he's changing his answer before the match gets underway.
No, was that?
Yes.
I don't remember.
Because he was like, hey, man, can I make a switch? And I'm like, I guess. And then he turns out to be right. And then he gets the points. And then he ends up winning.
You're jealous.
I am jealous. I'm like, that's bull.
There was 1 year I think I got second or third place. Your mom beat me. Well, she just picked stuff randomly.
She really did.
She beat Doug. So I was proud.
That was a bad year for us.
Well, I was proud because I was right below her, but I still beat Doug.
What are you doing below my mom?
Whoa.
Sicko.
Whoa.
You're married now.
That
ain't happening anymore. So welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah. Got lots to talk about. Like Tyler did mention, there is a serious note that we do need to address. It did happen over the course of the week. Very sad, the attacks that happened across the pond over in Paris. There were also a few other attacks that happened in the rest of the world. Unfortunately, Paris is getting the majority of the focus on that. So our thoughts and prayers are definitely with the people in France and all over the world where this stuff is going on. We have listeners all over the world. We're fortunate enough to be able to reach them. So if there are any listeners that are affected by what's going on, if there is any sort of thing that we can provide to, relieve you from that, I hope that this show is something that'll at least take your mind off of what's going on, even if it's for a little bit. Because it's, when September 11th happened, my sister was in Washington, D.C., and not too many people talk about Washington, D.C. anymore. It's all about the Twin Towers. But, a plane struck the Pentagon, and I think it was Flight 93 that went down that was heading towards the Capitol. My sister was in the Capitol during those attacks.
Wow.
She was interning in Washington, D.C. when that happened, and she said that her boss came in and was like, out, everybody out, don't even turn off your computers, leave your purses, just get out. And so she said she was walking, and black Humvees were appearing out of nowhere, people getting in full riot gear, fully automatic weapons. She said the only way that she knew that they weren't the bad guys is that they had a USA patch right there on their arms.
Wow.
Like an American flag.
That was scary. And then they got out, and then that's when everything...
No, that was while it was going on.
Oh.
They were like, the Pentagon's just been hit. Get out.
Wow.
So it's definitely... It's dark times for the people over in Paris and anywhere else in the world for those of you who are affected by it. And I can certainly relate because I was in high school. I was in my first period class whenever the attacks happened. I didn't hear on the I didn't get an update on my sister until about midway through the day. So I was sitting there going, "Oh my God, what is happening? Like, is my sister okay?" So fortunately for me, that she ended up being okay, and everything was all right. But for anyone who's affected by this, our thoughts and prayers are definitely with you. So anything else you'd like to add?
No, just we're all like
we're with
thoughts.
you.
Yeah, we're just sad time.
Mm-hmm. So, but with that being said, let's dive on into some feedback. Let's get some of that positive energy back in. And the first one's coming to us from Sunny, who said, "Finally, a podcast about wrestling with more than one person, and they're smarks that accept stuff that they don't want to happen." So,
are we smarks?
I would think so. We kind of know what's going on. Isn't that what okay, so a mark would be just a general wrestling fan who's just there to watch it, but a smart mark or a smark is someone who knows what's going on.
I thought a mark is someone who interferes in the match and then gets beat down by like Scott Hall or
a mark?
Kevin Nash.
So, we, I don't know. I wouldn't say we accept it, but, we roll with the punches, and, something, there's technically nothing that we can do to fix it if something doesn't go our way.
Yeah.
It's all up to the writers or Vince or whoever, but we do appreciate you checking out our show, and yes, we are more than one person. If Doug can't be here, if Tyler can't be here, then we try and make sure that there is a third person at least. And like we said, Ryan, we certainly do appreciate you stepping in for Doug this week. And
we're a 4-man tag. I just like to stay on the apron sometimes.
Yeah, that's what it is. You're the manager.
Yeah.
You're our manager. You don't mind getting your hands dirty and stepping in as well, stepping up to the plate. So, but thanks, Sonny, for listening. We do appreciate it. Next bit of feedback we have is from David in regards to last week, saying Wayne Rooney is a soccer player from Manchester United. Come on, guys. First off, we don't watch that fake crap.
Yeah, we don't watch.
We watch wrestling where it's real. All right. Second off, it's called football. So get your facts straight. But third off, thank you for listening. We appreciate it. Anything to add?
Like, you watch fake crap too, because you watch football over here.
I watch American football.
It's fake crap.
That is pretty fake sometimes. Speaking
Watch
of
real stuff like wrestling and UFC.
oh man, you want to talk about fake? No.
Fake ass shit.
Did you see? Obviously, you didn't watch the fight.
I watched when I woke up the next day.
You watched the fight on Facebook.
Yeah, the Facebook. They had that last part for Ronda.
Yeah. I watched it live. I did not pay for it, but I did watch it other means. I went to Wings to Go to check it out. Right. And yeah, it's been a while since I had some Wings to Go. I missed their fries. Their fries are so good. I kind of want them now. Maybe we'll do that for Sunday. We'll get some wings. Wings and pizza.
Wings, man.
Yeah, wings, man. So yeah, it was absolutely shocking to watch that fight. The way that Rousey was completely outclassed, just insane. And it was really funny. I don't know if you saw the video. Someone posted a video of Ronda Rousey. I think it was on Jimmy Fallon.
Oh yeah,
or Jimmy Kimmel, where she's talking about the fight. She's like, "Here's how she's gonna want me to fight. That's not gonna happen." And then it's like,
probably like kick me in the head or something, but that's not like.
That's not going to happen. Why the fuck you lying? So, it's tough times for Ronda Rousey. A lot of her fans have like jumped ship, and I've been a fan of hers for many fights. I'm not going to come out and say, "Oh yeah, I've been a fan of hers since the beginning."
I saw something online where she's going to be like on the cover of the new UFC.
I think so.
Game.
Yeah. So
she was a top star for the longest.
Like the Madden
it's the curse.
The Madden curse. Just about any person to be on the Madden cover end up getting hurt or something bad happens.
But hopefully she learns from this lesson that you can't go out and fight the style that they are fighting. You got to fight your style and make them work to you.
You can't always be on top too. Yeah. Well, unless you're Mayweather.
Yeah, actually, I read today, everybody's like, well, I posted myself. I was like, somewhere Mayweather's laughing, about this. But it's like, somewhere I read today, it's like, I'll actually help her on her training, what I'm saying, boxing.
That's to me is more like a backhanded compliment. Like, yeah, I'll help her because I'm the greatest. And she can't fight me now because
I'm
we
retired.
all know what she would do is going up against
the boxer. She did
boxer.
fight a boxer, though, so it's like,
yeah.
Them shots was hitting her, split her
Good
belt,
Lord. I mean, she was, and the fact that she was like charging and Ollie was just like ducking out of the way. It's like, whoop, later. All right. Try and keep up.
But since like the weigh-in, like when they got the scuffle, like something was off right there. Because soon she was the one who was talking and being aggressive, and she sounded like Roman Reigns was kind of bumbling on her words a little bit. I was like,
wait, who was being aggressive?
Rousey, they went like.
I saw that.
Yeah,
but
and then,
she put her arm out, and she was the one who did that. But she was the one who got tangled up, and
she said she hit my chin. She hit my chin and. Like
she didn't hit your chin.
No, yeah,
It's like you pulled her into it.
Yeah, so
I watched that in slow motion.
Like why are you acting like that? You've never acted like that before.
This is what it is, fellas. She's getting ready for WWE.
That's right.
So she had to, fake her way, out her title.
Vince is sitting there going, "Yeah, we got her." But
we got her. We're gonna bring her in.
One of the things that I saw, it was Rousey's last fight where it was at the weigh-in. Rousey's sitting there, stone face, and who was it? Besh. I can't say her name right. I always want to say bitch, but it's not bitch. It's like Besh.
Yeah.
Bitch.
She was standing there mouthing off to Rousey. And then it's like turnabout's fair play because Rousey's mouthing off to Holly while Holly's standing there stone face.
Before the last fight said something about her dad, something about
So did Holly say anything to provoke Ron, even in the media or anything like that?
Rousey tried to say something. It was like, "Oh, I see past her nice girl persona. Yeah. It's all a scam. It's all fake."
What?
And she was trying to get interest in the fight, get people to buy into it. So, typical heelish kind of stuff. But
she never does that. That's the weirdest thing. Like, she never do that in any fight. Yeah, pretty much, because she never do it.
Hey, don't change your shit up. You're going to lose.
Yeah.
So, tough break. But
she's going to have a rematch, and we'll see if she can get her title back.
Yep. So, but thanks for the feedback. Next feedback we have is from Subs. Saying in NXT, Charlotte was the badass, arrogant champion that backed up everything she said. She was over. In the main roster, she's the happy to be there, quirky chick who won the title and cried after every match. She gets booed. WWE is turning her into the female Roman Reigns.
Yeah, we were talking about this. She always cries a lot.
She has been getting very
Ric
emotional.
Flair's done
lately.
that too.
Yeah, since he's retired, he's getting a little touchy, a little soft around the edges. So.
Getting soft everywhere.
That inner shell. We're getting there. We're making progress. Yeah. So I don't know. you can't really blame Charlotte. It's the direction of the writers, and right now the writing is just so poor.
Started off good, and then it's
It had a chance, and they're like, nah, let's just go back to what we're used to.
Yeah.
So, but thank you, Sups, for the feedback. Next bit of feedback we have is from Brian saying, hey guys, haven't written in for a few weeks, but I've been listening. Keep up the great work, guys. Really enjoying the show as always. 2K16 has been pretty cool, and I'm learning some ins and outs. If you push X while looking at outfits, it brings up a mannequin that models the clothes for you, so you don't have to squint at the thumbnail. Moves much faster. And yeah, I've seen that, but I want to see it on my character to see how well it works. That's my main complaint, is that if you want to see it on your character, you have to equip it and then deselect it, which is ridiculous. Brian goes on to say, I also heard during a commentary spot The Rock was mentioned as a WWE Hall of Famer. Botched recording or spoiler? Wondering if you guys came across hearing that. Later, y'all, and thanks.
Thank you. No, I haven't heard that, but
I'll be listening now.
well, there's I think it was SmackDown versus Raw, one of those games, but I swear, and I heard this, but I have no proof of this.
You didn't hear anything, you're lying.
But there was one game where Jeff Hardy wasn't in it, and on the commentary they said Jeff Hardy. Oh, Jeff Hardy did this. I was like, what? That makes no sense. He's not even in the game. But I can't prove that.
Jeff Harvey.
But I remember that as day, because that got me. I was like, what?
We'll have to definitely keep our ears open for that. Maybe we'll wrestle a bunch of Rock matches to see if we
wrestle a lot of countries.
Wrestle a lot of countries. That's right. So, but thanks, Brian, for the feedback. Next bit of feedback we have is from Hugh saying, "Hey guys, congrats on 250 episodes. I never got anything weird from Santa, but my great aunt's wedding gift to my parents was a plastic garden gnome with 2,000 pounds inside of it, which is the equivalent of $3,000 US. My dad still has the garden gnome."
Money still inside of it?
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, as long as the garden gnome stays intact, we got this cash.
Cash.
Or it could be like Project X, where it's nothing but ecstasy. Now you got a party. So, well, that's pretty cool. So, thanks for the feedback, Hugh. Make sure to check that gnome every once in a while. Make sure there's not any drugs or money or guns or anything in there. Final bit of feedback we have is from Parker saying, "Hey guys, great show. Yes, I'm back, and I wanted to comment the past few shows, but you may have heard about that blimp incident. And out of all the places in the United States, it just happened to happen. It had to happen in my town where my power was out all day, where I had to save battery power and couldn't listen to the show. Not only that, but it buried me in work. So by the time I listened to your show, I was too late. I realized it's about 1 month too late to respond to what Doug said, but it's not like we were going to convince the other of our opinions. It's funny how Doug completely disagreed, but I still enjoyed the show, while some butthurt chump didn't like Santa talk, I guess, and disliked one of your videos. I love 2K16 much, much better than 2K15. My career is a lot better. I enjoy the custom belts and talk about the character selection. As for mall Santas, I would always get a candy cane, coloring book, and a foam football. I guess Santa had a lot for budget those years. Sorry to make it long, but I thought you would enjoy my feedback, knowing that I didn't storm off. It was just some jack-off not doing his job right and cutting power across my town. Thanks for reading, and keep up the good show."
Hey, thanks, Parker.
Yeah, appreciate it.
You know, it's also good to have, people who listen to us and stuff, and like, there's some people who disagree and stuff, but they listen to our opinions instead of saying, "Hey, you're wrong. I don't like you. I'm not listening to this anymore." That's we like people.
That's what our show is about. We'll take your opinions, we'll debate it, and you can agree or disagree, and feed off of that as well.
Yeah.
So really cool stuff. And I should mention that in Parker's comment, he added rural and a lot of other rivalry many times. During that comment, so
that was because it was last week. Doug can't say rural that good, and sometimes when I say rivalry, I kind of go rivalry. So yeah, so that's
rivalry.
Words that we can't
say. Rural rivalry.
Rural rivalry. Rural rivalry.
There you go.
Rule.
Rivalry rule. Rural. Dang it.
Rivalry rule.
Railroad.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for the feedback. We certainly do appreciate it. And for those of you who enjoyed our very first 2K fails video, episode 2 just released earlier this week. So go to YouTube.
We worked on 3.
Yeah.
I have some.
Yeah, we got some Tyler submissions, and we need your submissions. So if you have any glitches, bloopers, fails, anything like that you find funny on any of the WWE 2K games, make sure to save your save your video clip, upload it to YouTube or some form or fashion to where it can be emailed to us, and we're putting a compilation show together. So episode 2 now available. You can email your submissions, podcast crew, all together, no spaces, podcastcrew@yahoo.com. So, what?
.org.
No, not .org. We're not doing that. So with that being said, let's dive on into Raw, the go-home show to the Survivor Series, but you wouldn't know it.
Well, there were some good parts of the show.
There were some good matches.
Good matches, I should say.
Yeah. And that was about it.
That was about it.
Yeah. We kick things off with the Brothers of Destruction walking down to the ring with the Druids, which is weird.
Oh, the best part of this was after they were done talking, and then the Wyatts were on the ramp.
The Wyatts turned the Druids. That's the power that Bray Wyatt has.
The Wyatts go off, and there's these little kids in masks.
No, they clearly weren't kids. They couldn't be kids because they wouldn't allow kids to get in that ring.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
That.
They wouldn't beat up
do
on
what
kids.
happened.
And then they're like, run! And then you didn't notice at first, like, you do. Like, they're little, and they go in there, and they're just beating them up and stuff. And, like, there's, like, a meme or a GIF on the internet already. It was instant, too. They put that GIF out there. And, like, Undertaker chokeslammed that little guy. And then he got some air. Oh, my God.
That was a full extension of Undertaker's
Kane was like,
arm.
I'm not going to go up there. No, that was, like, probably more.
Kane was like, all right, here you go, kid. You're down. Undertaker was like, nope, you're going to the top.
That was like, he was probably like, oh, no, you're out of my hand.
You're going to the penthouse of this hotel, all right? You're going to the top.
The whole night, we were watching that GIF over and over and over. It made me happy.
Yeah.
Another part I heard, but that kid was probably like, I'm waiting for this.
That could have been part of it, because you know how they tend to jump on it. He was like, dude, this is the Undertaker, man. I'm gonna make this like the best.
Yeah.
So he probably,
I got chokeslammed by Undertaker, and I got some air.
It was the only time I was over 8 feet tall.
Like, that's the best, like, because okay, I'm not making fun of short people. This is gonna sound like I'm making fun of short people.
You're making fun of short
people. When you're
people.
doing like wrestling moves, like, I bet it's the easiest to do to them, because it's like certain moves and stuff you can get air, or you can do certain things to them. It's like,
Yeah,
you're
because they're lighter.
Yeah, and I bet that's fun.
It's fun.
For the people who are doing the moves.
So people like Tyson Kidd and Neville.
Well, they got some probably like they're probably not the easiest, but like those guys that were in the mask.
When the mask.
Those that was too.
Because they took one bomb and that was it.
Well, that one dude.
Yeah, he took a big bump.
That was too cool for school.
No one's gonna know it was him, but he'll know. That's kind of the sad thing.
Yeah.
he was in a
Sheep mask number 3.
yeah. Not to mention it was like one of those skin suits.
Yeah.
So you couldn't even see his face. It's like, oh.
Yeah. The mask came. Oh,
It's like no one is gonna know that was him now. He took the biggest choke slam and no one knows who he is.
His friends are gonna know. He's gonna get a paycheck.
No, they're not. They're gonna be like, that wasn't you. That was Steve.
That was Steve. That was your.
That was someone else. That was some other short dude
over there too. That could have been your brother for all I know.
Brother of destruction, of destructed.
But that was the best part of that segment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
We're focusing on that part
Because we watched it a lot.
over and over and over.
We had it going the entire all 3 hours of Raw.
Yeah,
and so anytime we just clicked on it, we're like, oh, yep,
and
there
then
it is.
a Family Guy moment we just watched the whole time.
And then another. So,
Paid off.
oh my. So, so Raw starts with a 15-minute segment, Brothers of Destruction, Wyatt family, blah, 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 blah. First matchup, we got to see Kevin Owens going up against Neville, quarterfinals of the...
sloppy match, because Kevin Owens is sloppy.
Yeah, he's
according to Melissa
Joan Hart,
anyways,
who reviews wrestling.
And we talked about that on the radio show. So if you want to check it out, it happens Thursdays, 5 p.m. Central Time. Adjust your clocks accordingly. I don't know. And
I don't remember that match. Like I remember some parts.
I know we were concerned about Neville and his legs whenever he did that moonsault onto the ground. Like, he needs to watch himself.
Yeah, he's about to born himself here pretty soon.
Yeah. And even, like, you know, the typical, he does like a roll over the guy and then flip into the corner.
He didn't do that. Yeah.
He stumbled a little bit on that one. So, I don't know. Maybe he needs to switch up his offense a little bit. The matchup itself, I felt it was kind of fresh. You know, I felt a lot of the matches on here were pretty good, with the exception of a couple. But you know, for what it was a solid starter match. I enjoyed the heck out of it. I'm glad that Kevin Owens got the win. I'm glad they had some good false finishes with Neville, some good teases. But Kevin Owens ends up getting the win. And
that reverse Frankenstein he hit was crazy.
Oh
man.
my gosh!
Damn.
What's so funny throughout this Raw? They're like, "Oh no, we got to see a replay of that," and they show a replay of it, and they hype it up as like this is crazy. But the angles they show it, you can't really tell if it really.
Look
hit
how
that
devastating!
Oh my gosh! Well, his back was turned. So how do we see that?
That was the original clip from earlier.
And I forget which match it was. I think I believe it was this one where they go to show a replay and then something more exciting happens on the live thing. I'm like, and they're not going to show a replay of that either.
That's the first time we showed a replay of something that happened during the replay.
Yeah.
The triple play and a replay from a replay.
That's right.
So no, you're right. That reverse Frankenstein thing was pretty cool.
Nuts. It was an exciting and fun match. I enjoyed it. But Kevin Owens does end up getting the victory.
Take that, Melissa Joan Hart.
Yeah, suck it. So next matchup, we got to see Tyler Breeze going up against R-Truth.
Prince Pretty.
Versus
What's Up?
That's right.
What's up?
Nothing really to take away from this matchup. I mean, it was a okay match.
His first win.
Yeah, Tyler Breeze's first win on Raw.
I was about to say, he got a first loss on his first match.
Anything to really take away from it?
Oh, yeah, there's one thing that we can take away from it. Tyler Breeze has Blue Steel down. Blue Steel from Zoolander.
Yes.
He has it down like that.
Maybe it's his eyes when you look at him. They are so gorgeous. They'll set you free.
It's Tyler.
Hey, everyone, it's Tyler.
Hey, thanks.
Oh, my God. So Tyler Breeze ends up getting the victory, which takes us into the next qualifying matchup to go to the semifinals. Dean Ambrose going up against Dolph Ziggler. Hi.
I think that's why I took a shower in the match or during the match or whatever. I was like, I know who's going to win. Mm-hmm.
You didn't know for sure.
Oh, I know. And guess who won?
Dean Ambrose.
No. Yeah. And that's why I walked out, dude. And he's like, dude, you picked Dolph Ziggler. I was like, oh, man. I can't believe I picked Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, I can't believe you would do that. So, since Tyler just admitted to not watching this matchup, Brian, what do you think about this matchup?
It was pretty good. It was decent. Yeah. I mean, them two, I think they have good chemistry together.
Mm-hmm. Not too bad.
Yeah.
So, all in all, it was all right. Pretty good. Crowd was having fun. Dean Ambrose ended up getting the victory and advancing to the semifinals. After that, we got to see the New Day go up against the Usos and Ryback.
Ooh. When I say ooh, y'all go ow.
Oohs.
Ow.
Oohs.
Ow.
And when life hands you booty, you make booty aid.
No, what was that? Well, my granddad used to say, or grandpappy or whatever. He's like, Grandpappy, or Granddaddy. When life gives you booty, it's like what?
Most ridiculous stuff I've ever heard.
Make booty aid, like life gives you like what? Like a woman, you have sex. What was that? What you trying to say?
When life gives you woman, you make babies.
You make babies.
You have baby time. So so New Day ends up defeating the Usos and Ryback via disqualification after Ryback couldn't control himself any longer. He wanted some of the action, and he jumped into the ring and started beating up on the New Day, and the ref called for the bell. So
get him out here,
that showed
ref.
them. This is probably going to lead to a New Day versus Usos match for the Survivor Series, more than likely. I don't know. But if that happens, we'll jump ahead for our Survivor Series predictions. I'm going to say New Day retains.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, so it's unanimous. So, moving on from that, we got to see another qualifying matchup.
The best match of the night.
Definitely.
Roman
Reigns versus Cesaro.
Also, one thing to mention, Triple H talked to Cesaro earlier in the night.
Yeah.
Was, saying all this stuff. Wanted him,
You join me, man.
Cesaro had a weird look on his face. Didn't really say too much.
Yeah, I know what your angle is. I know.
But man, he was fire in this match, man. It was so good, and they made you think at times that he could win.
Maybe they would do it. Maybe they would say, this guy really has proven himself. He's getting over with the crowd.
He made Roman look good.
He did, and that was his job.
Yep.
And he did the job because Roman Reigns got the win. As predicted.
Let's elevate Cesaro, people.
Yep. You got a guy. Here's the thing. They're the same traits that Roman Reigns has, Cesaro has. The both parts where they're lacking is on the mic. So why not go with the guy who's getting a big, I don't know, whatever. Yeah. He's outperforming in the ring. Go with Cesaro. I just don't get it. But whatever. I'm not paid to make the big decisions because if I did, apparently I'd probably drive $1 billion industry into the ground because I'd see the people that I wanted to wrestle.
Match of the night, though.
Yeah, very, very good matchup. They told a really good story. Even with the arm injuries. Cesaro hit his elbow. Roman Reigns injured. But, it was a really good matchup. I really enjoyed it. If you missed it, this would probably be one to go back and make sure you paid attention to.
For sure.
But Roman Reigns does end up getting the victory.
He also shook his hand. And
Cesaro came back and was like, hey, man, good match. Sportsmanship. Go stand over by the title now.
'Cause they want you to, so go stand by.
They need you to do that. So that one was worth checking out. One that was not worth checking out.
It's so funny because Ascension was in the ring like, oh no, what's gonna happen? Because they didn't do their thing or
they didn't do their full entrance. They probably did it during the commercial break, and then they came back and they were already in the ring. But do you remember what I said as soon as we saw the Ascension?
I forgot.
I said, "Oh, the Ascension. I wonder who they're losing to."
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Sure enough, here come the Dudley Boys. So I felt like this was a time filler because neither teams have anything going for them.
Yeah.
Was it technically the main event, right?
No,
it was not. There was one more match after that.
Okay.
But the Dudley Boys, who desperately needed this win, much more over the Ascension, ended up getting the victory after a very short matchup. The main event match, because there was a segment afterwards. Was there a Divas match during this Raw?
Yeah.
I don't believe so. That's strange.
I guess it would have been up for the
because the sign.
Yeah, they held off for the contract signing at the end, but that's really weird. So the final matchup was the last qualifying match between Alberto Del Rio and Kalisto, and this one it was entertaining, but there were a lot of botches and miscommunications, and I just accidentally unmasked you on national television.
My gosh.
I missed that.
He unmasked. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Come on, Del Rio.
He went to I guess jerk his head back or something to punch, and whoop, there's his mask, and you see him try and put it back on while still doing heelish things.
He was either trying to pull his head back or try to pretend that he's trying to pull his mask off, but it came off like easy.
The crowd was like,
I guess I did that too.
Yeah.
I did that too. I was like,
no. Whoa, hang on a second.
Come on, Del Rio, no, don't do that.
Yeah. So
all people, you should know not to take that mask off, man.
Yeah. So a lot of miscommunication.
I saw his face.
Yeah. What does he look like? So there were a lot of miscommunications in that matchup. A lot of things they were trying to do that didn't go well. There was a spot in the corner where Kalisto was trying to get properly set up and he couldn't do it, and Del Rio rushed it, and it just looked like a train wreck. I don't know. But Alberto Del Rio ended up getting the victory, and he was also approached by Triple H about, hey, you should consider joining me instead of Mex America and all that good stuff. So,
suck it.
What?
Zeb can suck it.
Zeb can suck it. There you go. But the final segment that we saw was the contract signing between Charlotte and Paige, which I felt was very awkward because we've never had a contract signing for a Divas match before.
They tried to make it a big thing. It wasn't.
They tried to make it more than what it could have just been.
The biggest thing of this whole segment was Charlotte crying.
Well, Charlotte, yes, Charlotte did cry. She brought up, how hard she's fought to be here, the legacy of her dad, and her brother who passed away.
That was a big deal. That was,
Yeah, this is causing quite a bit of controversy right now because, any topic is technically not taboo in the world of WWE, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, hell, when Jerry Lawler's mother passed away.
Chris Benoit.
Well, okay. Yeah. But a general sense of pretty much everything is fair game. A day or two after Jerry Lawler's mother passes away, Michael Cole's on the microphone and is like, if your mother were alive, just, like all kinds, like.
I'm not laughing. That's messed up, man.
It's insanely messed up. So, but as long as the two people are okay with going out and saying those lines, I'm sure it's okay.
Shock factor wise, they got it.
Yeah, they got shock factor, but it was the fact that the way that it was done, and the fact that Charlotte said, "Oh, this match doesn't mean anything about the title anymore." Well, it's a title match; it means everything.
Yeah.
And then the fact that apparently David Flair's mother was completely unaware of what was going on, that this segment was even going to happen, that these words were going to be said.
Damn.
So for them not to approach them and say, hey, is it okay? Because I'm sure they cleared it with Charlotte. They probably cleared it with Rick, but they didn't talk to the mother.
Yeah.
So she came out and was like, really? Are y'all kidding me with this? Like, talk about, unprofessional and lazy writers and all kinds of craziness. That caused
fucking bullshit.
Pretty much. Just all kind of controversy. So for them to go out and do that is a little bit tasteless. It wasn't, and the way that it was done just didn't feel right. The brawl at the end, I had no interest in. I felt like it was so forced.
Yeah.
They were, they fought outside the ring, then they got back in the ring, and
because also it felt like whenever she was mentioning that stuff about David and all that stuff, like Paige looks sympathetic, and all that stuff, and then she kind of felt like after that she kind of had to force herself to be mean.
Was it David or Reed Flair they're talking about?
Did I say David, or did I say Reed, or who?
It was Reed who passed, right?
I think so.
David's like the oldest one that was in.
That might have been my fault. I think I said David earlier.
I was thinking,
that's why. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I mean,
it's
but no, but she kind of felt like she was forced, right after she said that, because she's so, sad about that. Like, oh well, she had to say something.
It's not
like Paige, but
it's not a tear in my eye. It's confidence. What the hell does that even mean? Got a tear of confidence.
I cry.
I'm so sure I'm gonna beat you. Like,
so does that mean I cry confidence?
I don't know, but the brawl, like I said, it was so awkward because like they brawled into the ring and Paige fell into the corner and then Charlotte fell on top of her facing the opposite way of Paige. So it's like the refs are trying to pull them apart, but Charlotte's like got her back to Paige and they're not doing anything.
And there's cleavage.
Yeah. Paige has definitely been rocking cleavage lately. Have you noticed that, Ryan?
Yeah.
I think every
It's
guy's
hard to
been
miss
Did
sometimes.
she get that job done?
No.
No, she's been rocking a little bit more.
I think she might just have like a lot of people have been commenting on that, and they were like, "Man, those hardwire bras can do wondrous things."
Magic. Them titties.
Wow. So
I just said it.
You did. You said it. You said it, and it's there. And
I'm putting it out there.
You let them out.
Puppies. No, she let him out.
So it does not help the story at all. It could have just been, you were my friend and you're not anymore, and I'm gonna make you pay for it.
Yeah.
End of story.
That's what it should have been about. You, why are you making the person? Because you don't know her family like that.
Yeah.
Like it was definitely actually.
It's like, talk about my dad all you want. That's whatever. That's fine. But for them to approach them and say, hey, how'd you feel about talking about this? Well, I'm not exactly in the position to say no.
Yeah. She's probably like, Probably went to her dad like, Dad, you know what they want me to do, huh?
Yeah. So very weird stuff. But I mean that was the go home show for Raw, which is astounding to me because it was the match. There were matches that were good, but there was no like progression. I felt. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
We'll see how this
They was
pay-per-view
getting good at
turns
Survivor
out.
Series. Yeah, they was getting better at Survivor Series the past couple of years. It seemed like, like those, they went down low and then they start building it back up to be like, a big thing. But it's like they let it go that.
Now it's like they completely forgot about it. So
Yeah.
what can you do?
We don't know how this pay-per-view is going to turn out, but I'm looking forward to Sunday just to hanging out with friends, and eating and playing games and watching a pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. We got to hear those picks. We got to hear those picks. We got to hear those picks. Survivor Series taking place this Sunday on the WWE Network for the low, low price of $9.99. And with the listing of the matches, I'd say that's about the right price that you're going to be paying because they've only announced a small number of matches for this pay-per-view, which is kind of sad. The fact that on Tuesday they announced, hey, we're going to have a 5-on-5 Survivor Series match.
Well, I think they're confused with like their top guys going out. Those are playing, and
Yeah, but it's still something that they could have built towards.
I can see them like the losers of the tournament they just had, like being like on a Survivor team or something like that, or whatever.
The only thing they've built is like they said, the tournament, finish the tournament, and then Undertaker, Wyatt stuff. That's pretty much it.
And the Divas match.
Oh, and the Divas, yeah.
So it's really crazy.
Well,
so
it's happening on SmackDown tonight.
Yeah. So so let's dive into to Survivor Series. We're gonna have the two semifinal matches, and then that'll lead into the final match for the WWE tournament. We have the Divas match. We've got tag team match players and a Survivor Series matchup. So Tyler, kick it off. What are we gonna do? Which one are we gonna talk about first?
I guess I'm gonna do was it semifinal?
One of the semifinals.
Alberto Del Rio
versus Roman Reigns. All right.
Here's the thing. Roman's their main focus.
Yeah.
He's going to get up there. I just believe that.
Believe that.
I believe that.
He believes
so
that.
he's going to be in the main match for the title. So, Roman.
Yeah. All right. So you're picking Roman Reigns to defeat Alberto Del Rio
Yes.
in the semifinals to advance to the finals. Ryan, how about you?
I am also picking Roman Reigns because I don't see Del Rio going anywhere.
But I mean, Kalisto got a surprise upset. Maybe that's the reason why. It's just so they could say, "Oh, there was at least one surprise in this so very predictable tournament."
The surprise should have been Cesaro beating Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Or pairing Cesaro with someone else to beat them, and then I don't know. But Cesaro should have made it.
Mm-hmm. So Ryan, you're also going with Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
You seem like you already know who's going to win this tournament.
Knows,
but I don't mind, but because they've been trying to do it for a year. Yeah.
I feel like
or not.
I mean, he may get he may lose at the end. Somehow get screwed over or something, but he, I feel like he deserves it. The championship, Roman. Even though I don't want to tap, I feel like there's other people in my mind.
It? You feel it's time?
In your heart, he has come a long way from where he's begun.
But is it deserving?
We'll see. Give him the title and see what happens.
Yeah, sink or swim kind of thing. All right, I'm gonna go with Roman Reigns to win as well. Like Tyler said,
I got some theories like that what might happen because I don't know. Like I feel like at the main whoever in the main event for that night for the championship it might be like a DQ or something like that, and then might go on to like TLC, which would be like some type of TLC match, whatever.
That'd be interesting.
And then like I don't know, maybe they fight over the belt. So they both grab and both fall down. It's like who got the belt first, and then goes on the Royal Rumble.
No champion for 3 months.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? To like
I'd be fine with that.
You know what I'm saying? I would love to see something like that. It's like, okay, who's gonna be champion? Who's fighting for this week? And once again, I'm pretty sure it could be Roman still in there scrapping at it. And then
one of the
I don't know.
one of the questions that I have seen been posed throughout the length of this tournament Okay, the title is currently vacated. There is no champion. What is stopping Sheamus from casually walking down to the ring?
Wow.
Saying, "Hey, here you go. Congratulations, I'm the champ. Later, fellas."
You know what? I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about him in a picture of even cashing something or whatever. Dang.
No champion. Hey, I'll take it off your hands. Why not?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
There's that logic that
Yeah, there you
WWE
go.
tends to overshoot, but I don't know. I guess they don't have plans for him yet, which is weird. But yeah. So all three of us picking Roman Reigns to defeat Alberto Del Rio. Let's talk about the other semifinal match. I guess we might as well. Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens. Now this one poses for an intriguing story, depending on which way they go.
Yeah.
Because we've all decided Roman Reigns is going to be in the finals. Now, do you have it Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose, brother versus brother, or against Kevin Owens, the man who's wanting to have both titles?
I feel differently than what I think.
Yeah.
I feel like I want Kevin Owens.
That's the heart.
That's the heart.
Yeah.
To go, and be Triple H's guy.
Mm-hmm.
My head is feeling Ambrose is going to win, and then somehow he's going to win, and somehow Roman versus Ambrose, he's going to turn. Ambrose.
Okay.
Or, somehow Owens is in the match, not Ambrose. And what if, because Ambrose loses and he comes in and screws Roman over, but I don't see Owens with both belts.
Well, if you think back to this past Monday, Triple H went up to Cesaro, he went up to Del Rio, never went up to Kevin Owens, and he never went up to Dean Ambrose either.
True that.
Yeah, that's weird.
And there was
Triple H came up to Cesaro, and Cesaro gave him a weird look and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But
it's like, yeah, I get what you're saying, but I'm gonna pass.
when Owens came up when he was versus Cena, everything's like, hey, how about that Owens, huh? He would always say that in different segments.
Yeah.
And there was also a WWE.com exclusive video with Triple H, and he was talking about who he wants to be the next guy. He's like, I want someone who's going to shake the foundation, someone who's will do whatever it takes to be that guy, someone who's crazy enough to, be the guy. And if you're saying crazy and you have someone who's known for the Asylum, it might lean towards Ambrose. So
Just totally ignoring his guy, Owens, that he promoted.
I mean, do you have an already established Intercontinental Champion be your next guy?
No.
Or do you have someone who doesn't have a title who could be...
Someone who doesn't have the title, I guess, because you don't want to...
and might I remind you that they have replaced Seth Rollins on the WrestleMania poster with Dean Ambrose.
So Dean Ambrose is...
Something to think
is
of.
that a big
That's
foreshadowing?
Not necessarily foreshadowing, just, hey, this is another top star, and we had,
But then they have also, where does Sheamus fit in?
Yeah.
who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Oh no, Sheamus lost the suitcase
Yep.
somewhere in the airport. He can't cash in.
Mm-hmm. But so who are you going to go with on the Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose match? Ambrose. All right. How about you, Ryan?
I'll second that motion, sir.
Yeah. See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's okay. It would make the most sense to have heel versus face, Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns. But storyline wise, you get much more from Ambrose. Because it's, they're brothers, but they're, they have to wrestle. Something's got to give. And
Also, this should be exciting if Ambrose turns. Ambrose was a good heel.
Yeah.
I felt like
he does a good job either way.
I felt like he's better heel wise than.
But does he match the authority figure, like the suit and tie type?
Not really. He's
would
a
he be
crazy guy.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what to do.
No. Don't tell me what to do. I'll do what I do, which is what you told me to do. So, it's a tough call. I'm going to go with Ambrose. Hopefully the WWE will make that call as well. So that's going to do it for that one. Next matchup on the list, I guess we'll dive into the tournament finals, since we have both picked Reigns and Ambrose to move on, which will be quite interesting. And now this is where it really gets intriguing. Do you go with what you are almost certain that the WWE is going to do, or do you go with what you would think that the WWE might do that you would like for them to do?
Yeah.
Which would be to turn Ambrose heel.
That's what I'm thinking.
Get the title
Ambrose heel.
and join the Authority. Because that would sell a lot more tickets than Roman Reigns.
Unless Roman wins it and they're like, oh, Ambrose didn't get the job done or whatever. We don't want Roman to win it. Get Sheamus out of here.
Maybe. I mean, that's always a possibility. They have Sheamus run in and cash in, make it a triple threat, and have Roman screwed out of the title again.
But I'm going to go with Ambrose.
Ambrose to win. All right. Interesting choice. How about yourself, Ryan?
I'll still stick around.
Roman?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I want Ambrose. That is what my heart says, but I see him do. I don't know, man. Damn it.
Yeah, it's a tough call.
Hard, yeah.
And man, it's gonna be bad either way. I feel like this event is going to be a disaster. I'm sure the match will be fine. I'm sure whatever outcome will be fine. But I just feel like I'm going to be unhappy with no matter what decision they go with, which is kind of sad. I feel like it's going to be a bad decision if Sheamus cashes in. I feel like it's a bad decision if Reigns gets the title. I feel it's a bad decision if Ambrose loses all of
three.
Well, okay, between Roman and Dean, Ambrose gets the bigger reaction from the crowd.
Yeah.
So would you take all of that away from him in order to sign him to the Authority, which could generate possible equivalent of boos?
Yeah.
Or do you just give Roman the title because he's, air quote, due?
Or Ambrose wins it straight out and Roman goes,
and then Roman turns.
He goes nuts.
He goes insane.
Yeah.
We could only hope. One could only hope. So Tyler, you're picking Ambrose.
Yes.
Tyler, sorry, Ryan, you're picking Reigns.
Tyler, what are you going with?
Oh gosh, I don't know. This is a tough call.
Breaker.
I can't. I don't. Ambrose.
I go with Sheamus.
Yeah, I'm going with Sheamus / Ambrose. So
/ Seth Rollins.
/ Seth Rollins. That would be the best bet. He crutches himself down there.
Daniel Bryan showed up. What?
Daniel Bryan makes a return and gets the title.
I was hurt, huh?
Ah! So there you go. Let's do the Divas matchup, which took a dark turn on Raw this past week.
I missed a second, but I heard what happened, and Paige really said that.
Yes, she did. So really crazy stuff. Something, I guess, to try and sell the match. But I don't know how well that's going to work out. So Charlotte versus Paige for the Divas Championship. Now it's personal. It's not about the title, even though it's a title match.
I don't care. So I'm going with Charlotte.
Are you trying to make that into a song or something?
Yeah. It's already been copyrighted. Don't try that.
Oh, yeah? When did you do that?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Yeah. All right. So you came in guns blazing. You were prepared to sing that song.
I came with a lot of copyrighted music that I made up.
It's good to know. All right, so Tyler picking Charlotte. Ryan, how about you?
I am going with Charlotte.
Charlotte as well. I'm going to pick Charlotte to retain as a third. So I don't know. I really don't have high hopes for the matchup. I don't think it's going to be very strong. Paige is okay. Charlotte still needs work. So we'll see where it goes from there.
Nikki Bella shows up.
Nikki Bella, she's actually probably going to be gone for a while. Her neck injury or something she suffered.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So
Bree Mode's coming back.
No, she's actually going to be. She might be taking time off to try and become a mom.
Uh-oh.
From what I saw.
Bow chicka wow wow.
So next matchup we'll talk about. They have announced that there's going to be a 5-on-5 Survivor Series matchup. Fortunately, at this time, we don't know who the combatants are.
Yeah.
First team to enter or second team to enter? Just throw it out there. This will be the tiebreaker, I guess.
I'm going to go with the good team.
The good team. All right. Heels and faces.
I'll go for the heels.
Heels. All right. Since there's no implications whatsoever, and I feel that if Ambrose does end up turning heel, they'll need something for the crowd to be happy for. So I'm going to go with the good guys. One more for the good guys. So very interesting take. Final matchup to talk about. Undertaker and Kane, the Brothers of Destruction, going up against two members of the Wyatt family.
I have to think that Bray would be one of them.
Yeah?
Could be wrong. I don't know.
You think?
I think we're going to go with what I said, or what we all said last week, Bray and Luke.
Bray and Luke?
Yeah.
That's going to be the team?
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to be victorious?
I'll get back to you on that.
Okay, let's go over to Ryan. So, do you think it's going to be Bray and Luke?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be Harper. I mean, I'm not knocking the other two, but he's the best worker.
Yeah,
I'll best
definitely.
both of them. I mean, he can go.
Or would Bray say, all right, Luke's the best worker, and Strowman is the biggest guy, so we're going to put them in the ring, and I'm just going to sit from the sidelines and laugh.
Yeah.
It's going to be Bray in his rocking chair.
I don't know. I mean, it's already big guys in the match. So I'm not expecting a fast-paced match. It's going to be a brawl out no matter what. But
yeah.
Either way, Bray got to be in the match. I mean, I hope it's Bray and Harper, but he got to be in the match. You know, you don't want who's throwing their powers. Well, if you want to gain their powers, you got to beat them yourself, you know?
Yeah.
So,
got to do something right.
Yeah.
Got to do it yourself.
Oh, sorry, I cut him off.
No, go ahead.
No, yeah.
I don't know where they would go after us, but like I want like the Wyatts to win, but I don't know where they would go after that. I mean, they would get the dead man and his brother.
Yeah.
will get their revenge, but.
Well, look, the dead man already got his revenge when he choke slammed the heck out of that one dude on Raw.
He got some air on that midget.
Yeah, he was
sorry, I don't mean
He
to
was
offend
so
anyone.
tiny. He was like 5 foot tall. So okay,
choke slam this.
so who are you gonna pick to win? The Brothers of Destruction or the Wyatt family? That's the tough one.
Yeah, it's harder than anything else.
Hardest one to call, maybe, kind of, but not really.
I don't see him taking beyond the picture because I know he said he'll be around for a little while. So I don't see him losing and being gone for a while, and be back for WrestleMania again because this is a tag team match. He ain't about to put that much work in the ring.
Yeah.
So
sort of a coaster match.
Yeah, you know,
Kane's gonna be
I'll say it'll be a DQ. I'll say it could be a DQ because you got basically 4-on-2.
Yeah.
So gonna be these two guys, but somebody's definitely gonna come in a little flash where the whole thing will get dark and whatever. I don't know. Something's going to happen, you know, unless somebody comes in and helps.
That's Jordan and Gable.
Yeah.
The most ridiculous.
Yeah, somebody come in and help them, but that's on.
That's Enzo and Cass. What are they doing out here?
Yeah, right. Mid-end.
So you're going with no finish or DQ finish.
Yeah.
Okay. Wyatts get themselves DQ'd?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to go with
I was going to take her low blow somebody.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I'll go with Ryan.
Yeah? You're going with DQ finish as well? I feel like the Wyatts need the win here. Now, history has proven time and again that when it comes to Bray Wyatt and pay-per-views, it goes like oil and water.
Wyatt
it just does not mix.
need any wins.
He doesn't need a win.
Up.
He doesn't get the win.
The promos are so awesome on Raw, and it's a big build-up, and then whoever's against you, it's, I don't know, he's the anti-John Cena. He do not win, man.
He can't win.
Yeah.
So
he looks good on Raw.
He beat Ryback, didn't he?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, Callisto beat Ryback. So.
Yeah, Callisto beat Ryback. Come on now. You're not selling this for yourself. So
s'mores.
Lots of s'mores.
And doors.
And doors. And floors.
And cords.
Cords, yeah. So just more stuff for Ryback to eat. You guys got a Cracker Barrel? You know what? I'm going to go with the Wyatt family to win on this one. I feel some way there's going to be a distraction. Kane probably is going to take the pin. Undertaker's not going to have to do a whole lot of work, which will keep him fresh and set up for another, fresh and clean, and set up an opponent later on for WrestleMania, which I think is rumored to be John Cena at the moment. So we'll have to see how that all plays out. But like I said, Survivor Series taking place this Sunday on the WWE Network. Those were some great picks. Those were some great picks. Those were some great picks. So there you go. That's our predictions. Make sure to post your thoughts and predictions in the comment section as well.
You know what?
What?
Those are some great picks.
They were some great picks.
Great pick.
Dicks.
What? No, none of that. No, sir.
Dicks.
So, no, none of that. We're not doing that. Not here. Not on
No
this.
dicks. No
not
dicks.
on this show.
No dicks on
Not
this show.
on this show.
Not on this show. No dicks.
No dicks on this show. So that's pretty much going to do it for us this week. Like I said, make sure to post your comments on our YouTube channel, WNS Video. Subscribe to us.
Submit your fails.
Yeah, submit your fails. Email them in to podcastcrew@yahoo.com. Check us out on WrestlingNewsSource.com, WrestlingNewsSource.com on Facebook. You can find us on Facebook, WNS Podcast, on YouTube, WNS Video, iTunes, Wrestling News Source Podcast.
We're on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, and Player.fm. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast to find us.
And we're also on Twitter at WNS Podcast. I am at WNS_Daniel. Tyler is at Tyler_Abear.
King Scorpio 11.
There you go. So that's going to do it for us this week. We certainly appreciate everyone tuning in, and hope the most of you enjoy Survivor Series.
And I hope you enjoyed the show, even though it's super random and we did stupid stuff.
Lots of random.
Undertaker.
Yeah. So for the podcast crew, I am Daniel Herron.
I'm me.
And this is Ryan.
And we'll catch you all next week.